DSP Leaders World Forum returns on May the 24th with 6 sessions spread across a day and a half. Each debate is focused on a key area for the evolution of the telecoms industry. Session 1, Telecoms as the engine room of the digital economy. Ray, you're moderating our opening session this year. What can viewers and attendees expect?
Well, Guy, we open with an assessment of how the role of the telecoms industry has changed during the past couple of years, keeping businesses and societies connected and driving growth in the global digital economy. The pandemic has accelerated certain developments among service providers and their customers. But what has this really meant for the industry? Has it put telecoms on a better path or thrown it off course? We'll have testimony from some of the biggest names in the network operator sector, with senior executives providing first-hand testimony about the challenges and opportunities the pandemic years have delivered and what this means for the years ahead. The irony, I guess, is that these execs will be discussing this topic in person, in front of a room of their peers and partners.
Oh, they will indeed, and that is going to be so novel. And there are still limited places available for anyone wishing to attend in person. But for those who want to watch online, when can they follow the session?
Well, registered viewers can access the live stream on TelecomTV from 9:20 UK time on Tuesday the 24th of May. There's also a viewer poll and the ability to ask questions. Now, session 2 is Clouds on the Horizon. Guy, you're moderating this one. What can we expect to hear about?
Well, Ray, we're going to follow up on our recent Telcos and Public Cloud Summit. A lot of questions came out of that. For example, should telcos continue to engage with public cloud providers and further develop their relationships? And at what point do the competitive business risks outweigh the gains in agility, innovation and convenience? We have a great mix of panelists, hyperscalers, telcos and vendors who will debate the relationship between telcos and public cloud providers. Also, they're going to debate the impact this will have on the telco cloud and what new service opportunities it will create.
Now, there are still limited places available for anybody wishing to attend in person. For those who want to watch online, when can they follow the session?
Well, registered viewers can access the live stream on TelecomTV from 11:20 UK time on Tuesday the 24th of May. And we've also got a viewer poll and the ability to ask questions. Session 3, Taking 5G to the Edge. Ray, you're the moderator on this one. What are you and your guests going to be talking about?
Well, there are a few key threads for this discussion. For 5G to deliver on its potential, operators need to implement 5G standalone core technology to enable heavily touted features such as network slicing. And for this to happen, telcos also need a strong edge capability. But how is this really playing out? And are 5G core rollouts on track? And if not, why not? It's not just about the core, of course. How will 5G virtual RAN and open RAN deployments impact telco edge strategies? It's interesting that we'll be discussing this just as Dish Wireless rolls out its AWS Edge-enabled 5G service in the US. And as well as hearing from our industry experts on the stage, I can't wait to see what questions and observations our forum participants will deliver on the day.
Now, there are still limited places available for anyone wishing to attend in person, but for those who want to watch online, when can they follow the session?
Well, registered viewers can access the live stream on TelecomTV from 2:20 p.m. UK time on Tuesday the 24th of May. And there's also a viewer poll and the ability to ask questions. Session 4 is capitalising on an open vendor ecosystem. Guy, you're moderating the final session on day 1. What can viewers and attendees expect?
Well, it's a great one to close the day with because finally it feels like the move towards openness is gaining momentum. We've seen the emergence of new technologies and solutions for networks and interfaces, and whilst Open RAN grabs the headlines, there are many more projects following its example. So, coupled with the continuing trend towards disaggregation, this has resulted in a potentially larger and more innovative and democratic ecosystem of suppliers and developers. But, are telcos actively supporting this ecosystem? Are the right business models in place? And what about conformance to standards and interoperability? Plenty of issues that will be debated.
Absolutely. Now, there are still a few places available for anybody wishing to attend in person. And for those who want to watch online, when can they follow the session?
Well, registered viewers can access the live stream on TelecomTV from 4:20 p.m. UK time on Tuesday, the 24th of May. And we've also got a viewer poll and the ability to ask questions. Session 5, Blueprints for Service Innovation. Ray, you're moderating the opening session of Day 2. What can we expect to hear and learn?
Well, we'll be tackling one of the critical topics for service providers as they decide what kind of digital service provider they're going to be. What is the role of technology innovation as a driver for improved return on investment? And how do technology choices impact service creation and delivery? For DSPs looking at higher margin network-based services, getting the right foundations in place is absolutely critical, which means arguing the case for increased spending on R&D and supporting an innovation pipeline that extends from research all the way through to deployment. And if they're going to be agile, as surely they must, they absolutely have to accelerate their new service rollout processes using advances in automation and AI. The session discusses the best blueprints for service innovation.
And there are still limited places available for those wishing to attend in person. But for anyone who wants to watch online, when can they follow the session?
Well, registered viewers can access the live stream on TelecomTV from 9:20 UK time on Wednesday, the 25th of May. And there's also a viewer poll and the ability to ask questions. As Session 6 is the fast track to a sustainable DSP future. Guy, you're moderating our final session this year. What can viewers and attendees expect?
We're bringing it all together for the closing session, focusing on the benefits of the move to becoming DSPs. We'll be discussing how to reposition telcos as economically sustainable, viable service providers, enabling them to support the evolving needs of businesses and consumers. We're already seeing changing societal demands and expectations, and that's going to increase. DSPs will need to be net zero, use low power infrastructure and support a diverse workforce. Society and customers will absolutely demand it. And we have a panel of telcos who will discuss how to leverage the most cost-effective and innovative technologies, how to work with best-in-class partners, and how to instill a working culture that attracts top talent. And it's not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, there are still a few places available for in-person attendance. And for those who want to watch online, when can they follow this session?
Registered viewers can access the live stream, which we've got on TelecomTV from 11:20 a.m. UK time on Wednesday, the 25th of May. And there's also a viewer poll and the ability to ask questions. And you can find full details about the forum on the TelecomTV website.